And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone, TV Movie Entertainment, with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and review for Friday's episode of InHumans Season 1, Episode 4. Alright, so now basically we should be all caught up to InHumans if you've been watching it. If not, that's okay. A lot of people don't like this show. I'm like 50-50 with the show. There are moments I like, and there are moments I don't like. So let's talk about this episode. This episode was okay. It wasn't like the greatest thing ever. So basically, in the gist of this episode, you have Medusa still looking for Black Bolt, and then he meets this scientist who obviously wants to experiment on him. But we find out eventually he's working with Maximus, and I'm like to myself, why? But whatever. Usually, you know, when you see a scientist who's trying to help a powered being in the Marvel Universe or even in the DC Universe, you're like, is that guy going to be bad? And then you find out he's working for a bigger bad guy, and then it's like, eh. So then you have all that going on. While that's happening, you have Medusa still trying to track down her husband, and then she gets the help of that scientist who saw a hoof of, you know, in the moon, and everybody thought she was crazy. Then they dismissed her, and then she met Medusa. They became buddies, and then they went to go look for Black Bolt. And then you have Crystal, who finally escaped Arendelle. I believe it's Arendelle, whatever. Anyway, they escape, and then they go to Earth, and then her dog, and then Lockjaw gets injured by a bunch of bikers who are riding in dirt bikes or whatever in the middle of the night, which is still weird. And then he gets one of his friends who is a vet to help the dog, and it looks like Crystal's going to have a new love interest now, which is like telling me, okay, whatever. I don't mind it, because let's face the facts. In the comic books, Crystal, she ends up marrying Quicksilver. And obviously Quicksilver is no longer with the Marvel Universe right now. He might come back, I don't know. Right now he's too busy hanging out in X-Men land. So, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I feel like that's going to be a new thing. And then you have, what's the other guy's name? I keep forgetting his name. Anyway, you have one of the other characters who's also been lost, who got hit in the head, and he ends up playing Farmer Brown with a bunch of locals, and then he's starting to have a love interest now. And I'm like to myself, do you really have to give these people love interests? Does it really make sense? Like, I care about that. I just want to see them use their powers, because they're actually badasses when they use their powers. Crystal has the power of the, elements, all the elements of the earth. And the other guy, he basically can calculate what you're going to do to him, and calculate to rearrange it in any way he wants to avoid it. So if you're shooting at him, he can figure out a way how the bullet is going to come to him, and how many degrees he should turn, so that way the bullet can pass him. And he's great martial artist as well. So that's his skill. So now he's falling in love with somebody. And like I say, the only love interests I care about here in this show is Medusa and Black Bolt. They are the best couple, even though technically in the comics it's going to be gross, but it's true. They're cousins. But, yeah, pretty much. Anyway, this episode was okay. It wasn't great. I mean, like I said, I don't need to know. I'm just waiting for the moments of Black Bolt going back into his home and beating the crap out of his brother. And another thing about his brother, Maximus, he's a cool character. You know, he has the power of mind control, basically. When he finally gets his powers, he shouldn't have had his powers by now, which I still understand why he doesn't have it yet. You know, I really wish they would have started with, okay, Maximus doesn't have his powers. They're still trying to figure out how he should get his powers. Then slowly build towards him having his powers, then eventually taking over the kingdom, and then, you know, sending the royal family away to Earth. That would have made more sense with this show. No, Black Bolt, Maximus has no powers, but yet the council, they're like, oh, we're scared of you. We should just listen to what you're gonna do. Everybody in that world has powers, and yet they're afraid of the one person who has no powers. They can all turn against, the council could turn against them and use their powers against them. I still don't understand why that's a thing, but whatever. It's because he has influences against the other Inhumans. Does that mean that the council and everybody else who lives there should be listening to him? Anyway, it's the whole thing. It was an okay episode, but whatever. I'm still gonna watch it. I just want to finish the season, see how I really think about it. I really wanted a movie, but whatever. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about season 1, episode 4 of the Inhumans. Did you like it? You think it was okay? You still hate it? Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.